Since the 2020 U.S. election, the Democratic Party has taken office and there have been significant changes in U.S. climate policy.
The Biden government has once again joined the Paris Agreement.
They strive to re-lead the global climate governance agenda, advocate the clean energy revolution, and promise to achieve carbon peak by 2030 and carbon neutrality by 2050. This positive attitude is in stark contrast to the Trump administration, which saw a significant setback in the Republican government's climate policy. Since the end of the Cold War, the United States has experienced 5 presidents: Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama, Trump, and current President Biden. Upon closer observation, it can be observed that the U.S. government's attitude towards global climate change and corresponding climate policies are completely different when different political parties are in power. Why do Democratic and Republican presidents have such huge policy differences on climate issues? According to the survey data of the Pew Research Center in 2015, 71% of Democrats and nonpartisans who are inclined to liberalism believe that global warming is caused by human activities, while only 27% of Republicans and nonpartisans who are inclined to conservatism share the same view. According to data released by Gallup in 2019, there is a 61% difference between Democrats and Republicans in concerns about global warming and a 52% difference in doubts about global warming. It can be clearly seen that the key reason why climate issues are being emphasized is that this issue can clearly distinguish between different voters in the Republican and Democratic parties. Why does the Republican Party seem to be indifferent to climate issues and even express serious skepticism? According to the data of the U.S. Energy Administration, in 2016, Wyoming, North Dakota, West Virginia, Alaska, and Louisiana were the 5 states with the highest carbon dioxide emissions per capita, and also the states with the largest carbon dioxide emissions per $1 million of GDP. The main energy source of these states is coal, and coal-fired power generation is an important support for economic development, and these states happen to be the deep red states of the Republican Party. Similarly, according to data, New York, California, Rhode Island, Oregon, and Massachusetts are the 5 states with the lowest per capita carbon dioxide emissions, all of which are considered dark blue states that support the Democratic Party. The energy structure of these states mainly relies on oil and natural gas, while coal only accounts for a small portion of the total fuel usage rate, and they are actively promoting the development of clean energy. Therefore, it can be said with certainty that once the Republican Party regains control of the White House and takes control of Congress, Biden and the Democratic Party's green reform policies will face significant risks in reverse. When ordinary investors choose to invest in the energy sector, they often face 2 extreme thinking options: either placing unilateral bets on traditional fossil fuels, or fully supporting new energy. However, this either-or investment mindset may overlook some key risks and opportunities. As we can see, the current global energy landscape is closely related to the domestic political landscape in the United States, while the political views of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party on green energy can be said to be completely different, and the future will continue to be the norm. In terms of the energy industry itself, traditional fossil fuels still occupy an important position in the global economy. Although facing the challenge of climate change, demand remains stable in the short term. New energy sources such as solar and wind energy are developing rapidly, with high growth potential and environmental protection characteristics. Investors need to recognize the value of both, as traditional energy has stable returns and new energy has environmental opportunities. The BlackRock World Energy Resources Fund has achieved a return of more than 107% in the past 3 years. The BlackRock Sustainable Energy Fund has also achieved more than 58% return in the past 3 years.